Hello Exiles, this is Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming and welcome to another Path of Exile video. In today's video I'm going to go over a farming strategy I've been using. It's been very lucrative. It basically makes your tier 16s feel like tier 17s. The returns for Scarabs, pretty high value uniques generally. For instance, I was able to get this nice Calendar's touch through this, and I'll explain why it's a little bit easier to do stuff like that through this. So gold, scarabs, and maps are going to be your major returns, but you'll also get the potential to access things like Headhunter, Calendar's touch, league-specific uniques. And you'll be able to do it using the cheapest scarabs currently on the market. So the total scarab cost for this is, I have it right here. I'm using 2 Scarab of Possession, 1 Scarab of Peculiarity, 1 Torment Scarab, 1 Scarab of Adversaries, although these have actually gone up since yesterday, so you can probably add 1 or 1.5 Chaos to the total cost. A Torment Craft, which is 2 Chaos, and then Chisels, and then Elks and Scours. So as of yesterday, the total mapping cost, I did 25 maps testing this method, and it was about 6 to 7 chaos per map cost. And today it's maybe like 7 to 8.5, 9. But still, the returns, I guess, will probably speak for themselves. So, and the best thing about this, you can run safe maps. You don't have to run anything crazy. If you really want to min-max it, you'll be wanting to run 6 mod increased magic or increased rare pack size. But really, you can run anything. And I'm just going to do a little demo. So all as it is Torment to Possession, 1 Scarab of Adversaries, and 1 of Peculiarity. I'll also go over my Atlas tree, but I'm just going to do a real quick 3-map demo just to kind of show where it's at. And I will try to remember to put timestamps this time. Alright, so right off the gate we get a Delirium Mirror, which is another part of our strat here. And I'm not the fastest mapper even with a Headhunter, so these maps take me about 4 minutes to do each, give or take usually. But I'll try to do it quickly, even though I'm going to be attempting to talk while doing it. Yeah, let's throw that in there. Okay, so right now I see the telltale sign of a Scarab ghost. So I'm going to try to let it do its thing. Right away we get a glittering. So hopefully it escaped. I wasn't able to really pay attention or see. But if it escaped, it'll have gone down more hallways. You can also see that the ghosts themselves drop a significant amount of gold when they kind of get dead-ended or run out of things to get into. You'll be able to just kill them and they give a little chunk of gold. Unfortunately, there's a lot of idle spirits in this map, so that's going to reduce my returns a little bit. But if you see one of the good ghosts, which you'll be able to start recognizing the signs of them, you want to let them go down the various hallways. The reason why we're using Toxic Sewer is because it has those hallways. I'm not picking up uniques here unless they're rare. Sometimes I'll pick up the uniques that disenchant for like 15k plus gold in the town. Yeah, so this one looks like it's gonna end up being a little bit of a stinker. Did get a Delirium Orb, and all the Delirium Orbs are at least like 10C at the moment, so still not terrible. Alright, I'll just press the buttons. Okay. Yeah, just not getting a lot of possessions, maybe this last portion of the map. Sometimes you get a lot of unique, or a lot of loot just from a singular room. But if a bunch of ghosts kind of coalesce in a singular area. 2 Forbidden Tomes though, not bad. I'm not really sure how much they're selling for. I plan on running a bunch of Forbidden Tomes later on personally, but Alright, yeah, this one is probably going to be a little lower in terms of value, but that's fine. You'll get that every now and again. It was also, I think, my lowest quantity and rarity map out of all of them. So, alright, and pop these. Yeah, a little bit of an unfortunate one here. That. I don't know what that is. So I'll pop in another one. A little over 15k. On average, I usually hit about 23k gold per. It's here. The glittering scarab kind of made up for everything, though. Get some of these forbidden tomes. One of these days, I'm gonna run a bunch of sanctums for nostalgia's sake and get back into it. Alright, got another delirium mirror. Okay, 2 ghosts, so I'm going to let them go down that hallway, and I got the scarab ghost, but I accidentally froze it. There's also a scarab ghost this way as well. So I'm gonna clear part of this hallway, and then go down there, because I don't want those ghosts to cease to be. So I should get a bunch of scarabs in this room. Oop. Kind of stuck here. I don't know what's going on. Essence scarabs, yes please. And sure. Better. Alright, so as you can see, a bunch of scarabs. You know, you get a lot of scarabs this way. And unfortunately, I think I just killed it. That's the bad thing about my build, is I'll sometimes freeze the ghosts. So they won't be able to kind of run their full course. I feel like maybe not running Frostblades, but might be the way to go. But I love Frostblades, and we'll run it anyway. What am I doing? Yeah. Lose track of myself sometimes. Alright, quantity, shrine. And yeah, I literally bought a Headhunter just for this build. I liked it so much. I was running a Bisco's Leash previously, which is also very good for this, as it gives Rampage, and it gives you rarity based on Rampage. I'm currently running 200% rarity, which is quite nice. If you're trying to farm for gold, or if you're farming strategies that involve rare unique monsters, usually that is quite a good way. There's also a map ghost, but I don't really think I've run into him much here yet. Alright, so, oh, I've got this stupid teleport headhunter buff. I wish it didn't exist. It is very annoying. It is the only thing that makes playing a headhunter unpleasant. If I don't get that buff, quote-unquote buff, I feel a lot better, because it makes me feel like I am playing Flicker Strike, but you don't have control. It just randomly teleports you. Really obnoxious. Like right there, if I had just immediately died, that would have been not so great. Luckily, I am, despite being kind of magic findy and it not looking like I'm super durable, especially with Headhunter buffs for, you know, regular non-juiced content, I'm more than durable enough. And this was the Scarab one we got in the beginning, giving a bunch more Scarabs. Oh, and then I can kill it itself, since we're pretty much done with the map here. Oh, so we actually had a Scarab one in each little hallway. Alright, so that one was a little better, a little bit more typical to what the maps are going to look like. As you can see, got quite a number of Scarabs, like 6 maps. You get tier 17s pretty often here. I would say 1 out of every 3 map or so on average. Depends. If you get a lot of the... There's a little bit of RNG involved. If you get a lot of the map ghost, the ghost that makes them drop maps, which you can get unidentified normal maps, by the way, which is pretty interesting. If you get a ton of those, it's usually going to drastically increase. Like I've gotten on a couple of occasions 2 tier 17s through that. Alright. Start to get my Headhunter buffs up. If you really want to min-max this too, you could also be running Beyond, but I find that it slows me down too much, and I also don't have phasing, so I'll get stuck on the ones that haven't fully spawned yet sometimes, which is really obnoxious. So I'm not currently running Beyond, but it is definitely a strategy that if you like running Beyond and you're well suited for it, you can definitely do it with this. I'll check that. Oh, it's just high base, I see. I've got like a perfect perfect roll on the evasion and energy shield, I think. I was wondering why that showed up on my filter. Alright, let the ghost run through. The ghost is going to give a nice amount of, you know, rarity and everything. We'll take the Scarab chance. Oop. And there's my graphics glitch. Got a little bit too much going on. Speaking of too much going on, this room can get a little hectic sometimes because you get the boss, and sometimes you'll get a bunch of rares and ghosts all spawning in here as well. So gotta be a little careful, but you know, if you got a decent clearing build, that's fine. Okay, one of the other special ones spawned. You can tell by the stupid balls following me. It's probably in this. 3 more delirium orbs. That's like another 30C or more, depending on what kind they were. I didn't really pay too much attention. Actually, I am looking for a high rolled one of these, so for a different build. Yeah, and Toxic Sewers, it's all just like straight through corridors, so the ghosts kind of always funnel down the hallways and touch a bunch of stuff and then get stuck and then have a chance of leaving and getting in another one. Got another one of the special ones, so this is the map one. Sometimes you get a bunch of the map ones, sometimes you don't really get any. In this case, this is actually the only map ghost I've seen in 3 maps. There's a Scarab ghost again, you can tell because of the exploding balls. So you get like the damage over time shaper type balls, which are the map ghosts, and you get the exploding ones. And these only appear because of the uncommon variant Scarab that I'm using, which is the single cheapest Scarab on the market currently, or it was as of yesterday. So you literally, you know, get all of these maps and all of these Scarabs using the cheapest Scarab on the market. So that was it. A little lower than average, 56k gold in 3 maps. Not, you know, fantastic or anything, but tons of Scarabs, tons of maps. You get delirium orbs. The returns are there. It's like an average of maybe, you know, 70C or so per map, I think. I was averaging a little bit over half of a div at the time, which I'm not really sure what that is at right now. It might be 80C. I think they're like 160 per. Not really sure. But, oh, I filled up my underground seas. Yeah, you fill up your map tabs really fast doing this too. I mean, a lot of the strategies I've done, yeah, that's not a perfect base. Huh. Wondering why that dropped. Oh, it's 24%. I see. I'll throw that and deal with that later. Okay. Gotta make some overflow maps here at some point. Gotta start, I guess, well, I haven't been running my map runners as much as I should. So anyway, let's get down to the tree. The tree is this. So important things here are all the shaping stuff, obviously, for map drops, all the Scarab stuff, all of the map modifier stuff. This is standard. I'm running shrines with Covetous Shrine. So guaranteed one or more shrines. I think I average like 1.6 or 1.8 shrines per map, something like that. And there's a chance it'll be a Covetous Shrine. That'll increase rarity and quantity. Ghosts will, when they touch things, increase their rarity and quantity by 25%, which is obviously huge. And they can touch a lot of different things. They also have special effects. So let me pull up here the Tormented Spirit page on the wiki so I can explain that. But while I'm doing that, I have, you know, delirium stuff a little bit here and there. I have seance, which is very important. So all of the Tormented Spirit stuff, increased chance of that. I have Unrelenting Torment, which can create insane. I've had like dozens of maps or Scarabs all drop in one boss room because so many Tormented Spirits spawned there. And then there were also like 4 rares and a duplicated boss. You can get in the craziest loot explosions in the boss room if you get this occasionally. Paranormal Meeting. This is guaranteeing that we get at least one more spirit. These increase their duration. Maybe I should be picking up this last one, but obviously I value map mod effect more. And then I think I have a little bit more of the delirium chance. I think I have like a 68% chance of spawning a deli mirror. Ideally, you could get out of this chance and just throw deli orbs, but I'm actually using it to farm deli orbs to increase my profit margin, which is very helpful. Okay, so I got the Tormented Spirit thing here. If I can pull it up. And I'm going to explain exactly what everything is. So, important thing to notice is Tormented Spirits in area are replaced with unusual variants. Very important. And so if you scroll down, you'll see what all the Tormented Spirits use. But for our purposes, the unusual ones are the important thing. And the thing is, these actually don't seem to be accurate anymore. I don't know if they changed them, but the Heretic seems to still be accurate because you'll occasionally see like a bunch of extra gold drop when a mob goes through regular mobs. That's because it's basically making it so that everything's dropping an extra rare mod or a rare item, and a percentage of rare item or items dropped, gear dropped, is turned into gold. So this can, Heretic going through can create a lot, but I think these are different now. I know Grave Robbers still exists because I've gotten so many League-specific items, but I don't think Betrayer works anymore. I haven't seen a single Veiled item or double Veiled item, and I think that was created, I think that is replaced by either the map or the Scarab one, because that's the only thing I can think of. But yeah, you'll get some interesting different things here. Yeah, it's kind of hard to fully track down exactly what everyone does, but adding those will increase your gold a lot because of the Heretic, and yeah, seems to increase the odds of getting the Scarab and map drops. But you don't need to look at the name. If you see the floating shaper style orbs, you know you're going to get map drops, so try to let that ghost get down as many mobs as it possibly can. And if you see the ones where they explode on death with the little energy ball that isn't exactly like volatiles but kind of similar, if you see that, you know you're going to get Scarabs, so try to let that possess as many things as you possibly can. And if it gets into a rare, kill the rare, and there is a chance because of the Torment Scarab itself that it'll be set free, and then it can just run down the hallway again. Sometimes when I do this, I'll just freeze it right away and I won't get the extra benefit because I'm playing Frostblades. But if you're playing a build that, you know, like maybe a slam build that can just one-shot the rare and then let the spirit go free, that would be a good thing to keep in mind. Scarab of Adversaries is strictly here to add more rares. The more rares, the better. It gives things more chance to be possessed. Possessed monsters get a huge quantity and rarity boost. You kill them, you get a ton of gold, and then you also have a chance that they are set free. And it seems like when they're set free, it resets the duration, so they can potentially possess a ton more things. If you can kind of get a chain of ghosts all going down the similar hallway, you get absolutely nutty loot explosions. So there's some cool stuff, and that is specifically the reason why I am farming Toxic Sewer. I'm also farming Defiled Cathedrals to throw my my mappers into. But yeah, highly recommend this strategy. Really cool. Fairly good profit, fairly good returns, fairly good gold. Very cheap. Cheap as dirt. You saw just in the, like, I got glittering scarabs. I get all sorts of good scarabs that you can sell or hold on to. I'm going to probably, I sell most of the other expensive ones, but I kind of want to use a horned scarab of glittering in this strategy at some point, in a higher, you know, one where I'm doing like 8 mod increased rare monsters, like high investment version of it, just to see how it goes. So yeah, I'm holding on to those for now, but you get so many scarabs, you'll be sitting at you know, tons of divines just from scarabs and whatnot very quickly. Hope you enjoyed. I know I rambled a bit, but yeah, this has been Ryan from Behind Eyes Gaming, and I'll see you next time. Bye.